got a smiling butt kit and I'm about to produce a Joyseat. For those of you who follow the channel, you might remember at the Roulaire show, we met up with the guys from a company called Posedla who are doing like a 3D printed saddle, but completely unique to you. And what happens is they send you this in the post, and the idea is that you open it up and you have to carefully remove it because inside here is a whole load of like soft foam that's way easy to get your thumb stuck into. So you take this out and then you remove this and slide it all back in. And then when you brought it, they send you an email with a link to a website that tells you how to sit on it, and also a whole bunch of like mobility exercises and some questionnaires. And from that, you take some pictures and somehow your own personal saddle arrives. I've only opened up the email. I've just got this. I'm pretty much going to go through it with you guys and see what happens. So you open up the email, you get to this. Before we create your custom saddle, we need to learn a bit more about you, what to expect, upload some pictures, questions about your bike type, all the sort of stuff that you see from their website. That's pretty cool. And it's giving me pictures of what to do, of how to upload my pictures. For detailed instructions on using the smiling butt kit, click here. So we think we've got ourselves sorted. You can just use this on a kitchen chair or stool or something. I've got this box jump. I need to take pictures in these configurations. So let's just watch this video. So what it's asking me to do is use this piece of cardboard and test it. So we're going to put it about there, I think, and sit down. That's it. Okay, so we need it outside of the box for this bit. So open this up. So scared about touching it. Let's go there. Squishy. Okay, so we stand up, lift our toes, just sink down, sort of pulling myself down a little bit. I think it stopped moving. It's really weird. You can feel like little bubbles popping. There we go. That's my butt. Cool, now I've got to take some pictures of it. First up, a top-down picture. Okay, that's 9 pictures. Let's try and upload. Pictures uploaded. Step 2, tell us about your bike. About what you ride, the type of bike. We are road bike. And is it an e-bike? No. I ride with an engine. No, don't do that. Drawing a picture. Yeah, I normally ride a very flat saddle, so yeah, it's chosen something like that. Annual mileage. Oh God. To be honest, it's come up with a default of 6,000. It's probably a bit more than that, to be fair, but that's okay. I'm going to keep it as it is. I don't really track that sort of thing, to be honest. The average ride length is, yeah, to be honest, more than 4 hours these days. I don't tend to get out much during the week. I'm either on the turbo trainer, in the gym during the week, and so my rides tend to be at weekends and holidays. So let's go for more than 4 hours. What type of cyclist are you? It's got an option of recreational, performance and aggressive. I don't think I am aggressive, but I think I probably fall into the realm of performance, so let's go for that. It says optional, I can supply a picture of me sitting on the bike. Okay, I think we should probably do that. So let's go for the Falante. My normal saddle height, let's just set this up in here quickly. Now this is my current favourite saddle, the Pro Logo Dimension. On here is the NDR, which is meant to be that off-roading one, but it's just what I had to hand. To be honest, I get on with most of them. And weirdly, because this is a demo bike, I've actually got 2.5 centimetres of spacers in there at the moment, which is, it's set up very similar to how I've got the blade set up, to be fair. So I wouldn't exactly call it mega aggressive, but let's see what this looks like. Yeah, to be fair, this is quite a recreational fit. Okay, let's get a picture taken. Got a picture, I think compared to the pictures they've got on here, somewhere between performance and aggressive, but let's go performance. And then it's asking me what part of the saddle do I normally sit in, and there's a slider here, so I think I'm actually normally pretty neutral. Yeah, okay, I definitely don't sit on the front of the saddle. Let's go at the back. Do you ride in cycling shorts without a chamois pad? Who would do that? No, of course I ride with a chamois pad. How sensitive are you to sores on your sit bones? Rate the sensitivity to pressure tolerance. I mean, I'm really easy. I don't suffer at all. So I'm going to put that down to number 1. Okay, how flexible are you and why does it matter? So it's asking me to spread your legs the width of your pelvis. Bend your knees slightly and extend your arms and bend forward, actually with a straight back as well. And we're going to be looking at the angle here. So I'm going to need to ask our cameraman to be a bit honest with my mobility. And that to me feels about right. So, how does that look? Chris says moderately, which is what it's set at. That feels about right to me. I'm definitely not very flexible or extremely flexible. Okay, next up is hamstrings. I'm going to lie on our back and put one leg into the air. This is something that always challenges me, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely can't get my leg vertical or past vertical. So, okay, let's go moderately. And next one, looking at our lumbar. So if I lie on my back, see if you can slide your hand into the small space between your lower back and the ground. If you can easily select the option that reflects this, and you've got a simple slider, am I able to put my hand between my hip and the floor? Yeah, I mean, I can easily put my hip without even really trying. I think I have to consciously think to try and flatten that part of the back. My natural position is there, so if you want to, you can upload pictures of that if you're unsure, and they will determine it for you. Next up is the normal age, etc. And a saddle with your signature. Oh, that's quite cool. I think I'm going to do that actually. I think we should definitely put Mapdec in there in capital letters. Show your colours. As much as I want to do a bit of Mapdec lime green, it's not really going to suit the bike. So I think I'm just going to select grey, which will go with the grey of that bike quite nicely, I think. Last optional information, hip circumference and thigh circumference. Hip and thigh circumference all done, about the same size jeans as I wear, so that's quite nice to know. It's asking me for additional notes and give me some points here. So saddles you've ridden in the past, okay, let's do that. Pro. I'm not sure at this point whether I should be putting in answers that might trip them up and see if they bypass all of that and all of the scans and everything else will bypass what I've ridden, or whether they're just going to use this to then almost replicate what I want. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put down the Pro logo, dimension, and the fabric scoop shallow, probably my favourite saddles that I found over the years. Not to say that they're right or not, I haven't tried absolutely everything, but they don't cause me any problems. So your preferred saddle shape, I'm going to put in brackets next to the Pro logo as my preferred. Type of cycling shorts that you use. I'm such a troublemaker because I'm sort of the belief that you buy moderately priced shorts in the sale and replace them often rather than invest hundreds of pounds in them, because they always just degrade and sort of wear out and get smelly. So I use the Alley ones quite a bit because they tend to be in the sale a lot. I have used ASOS a fair bit as well. I have to say I don't really get on board with the little pouch that you tuck everything into. I prefer the ones without the pouch, sort of the cheaper ones. So I'm going to put in here sort of the cheaper ASOS shorts, see what it makes of that. Share your cycling history. Oh God, long and very varied. ... Not really sure what to make of that question, to be honest. Optional attachments. Feel free to upload additional material such as photos of your bike setup. I kind of got that already from that picture I just uploaded. Saddle pressure measurements. I haven't really ever done that. Bike fitting protocols, and that's it. And submit. Thank you for choosing Joyseat. I'll catch up with you guys when something really cool arrives in the post. It's here, my own personal Joyseat. It's actually arrived a little while ago, but I've been quite poorly and the weather's been filthy. But check this out, all mine. What's really cool is you get a little bookmark that tells you how to exactly set the saddle up, all signed as to who actually made it. And in here, you even get your own certificate. It's the first time I've had a certificate with my saddle. And on here, it tells you all the things that they did to make my saddle unique to me. They told me where my sit bones are and how they've shaped the saddle, where they've added more cushioning. So you can see they've firmed saddle up here, softened in this section here. And they've got this on their database now. So if I really like it and I want another one, I can just reorder it. This is the top of the range, all singing or dancing carbon railed one, but you see how that all comes together. You can even get it printed on the inside. So I've had Mapdec printed just here. You can specify what color you want here as well. I've gone for gray. I thought that would look quite smart on this little bike. And this is what it's going to go on. So just booked a little trip. We're going to ride from Kendal to Lockerbie and get the train back. It's 140k of gravel. I've got some gravel tires to put on. So I'm going to test it on a slightly sort of all-road gravel-esque adventure. It's a good way of testing it, I suppose. I'll let you know how I get on. But this is fascinating. You can actually feel where the hard bits and the soft bits are. Right. See you outside. Inspired by the spring classic season. Anyway, today we are taking this, the Time ADHX 45. It's a gravel bike, but today's route is going to be a little bit of gravel, a lot of back roads, a little bit of cycle tracks, all sorts of stuff. Been riding this all winter with the 40mm slicks. Awesome, by the way. Just picked these up. These are the Zip Explore, like they're semi-slicks. Look at these, like slick pretty much in the middle with a little bit of bite on the sides. Still loads of tire clearance in there. Mental. Even down there there's a fair bit. Anyway, little toe peak aero wedge, Posedla saddle, and I've been convinced to try in the Hammerhead Karoo again, because apparently there's been a software update and they've solved all the laggy screens and stuff. So I run this, by the way, with a 120mm stem. This is the FSA SMR stem, and the Data Super Zero, the gravel version with a little bit of a flare. I love that control system. So right, time pedals. Just waiting for my mate John to arrive now, and we will get out of here. We've got to be in Lockerbie by 6 o'clock. And it's a good 130 kilometers. I think we'll do it, but so we don't mess around or have any problems. It's back. Ow, it stings. Ow. Oh, and the train tickets, by the way, £7, 49p booking fee. What? Anyway, I feel like I won the lottery on that, and that includes 2 bike places as well. We leave Kendal and we head over Shap, using sort of the gravel tracks and the side roads as best we possibly can. After that, we sort of work our way into Penrith and then pick up National Cycleway number 7. We follow that pretty much on little back roads all the way to Carlisle. Carlisle, we have to go through the city centre because it's the only place to cross the river there. Out of Carlisle, and there's little back roads in that sort of gap between England and Scotland. Get into Gretna, famous for shotgun weddings, and we keep going out of Gretna all the way to Lockerbie, and hopefully the train station in time for 6 o'clock. Just found the limit of slick tyres. It's all right, we just need to get over there to that gate, which you can just see up there. John's got some grip, he's just being a wuss. Yeah. I have to admit, I love random shit like this. If you watched the channel before, you'll know from our little ride vlogs that they normally involve some sort of level of stupidity. Time for snacks, and I want to film John's reaction. So these are from a company called One Good Thing, and they are oat flavoured bars, but instead of being wrapped in plastic, they're wrapped in beeswax. So you eat the packaging. But I can't quite get my head around just putting it in my pocket, so I'm putting them in plastic bags.
Brilliant. What colours have we got now?
I can't remember the colours now, but there was a red one and a brown one.
Go brown.
They come in a nice presentation box. It's going to get John's first round. Yeah, so you just eat the whole beeswax.
That's weird. It's like eating an eat-out on the outside. Very tasty on the inside.
But the texture's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
So painful. It's like being stabbed. Oh, fuck, let me get out. What kind?
Where's your camera? Give me your camera. So Paul's hidden beside a bridge because the hail came in sideways so hard I think he's lost his retinas.
As you can see, that was a complete failure of a ride. So let's get this bike washed. Let's go inside, talk about saddles. This, by the way, my new favourite thing. Big vat of bike wash. Spray it away. Dirt cheap. Nice. These tyres, by the way, we nickname these our frilly knicker tyres because they're essentially slicks, and what little grip there is on the side is just basically just frills. Utterly useless. But anyway, let's go inside, let's dry this off. Let's talk about this wee beauty. The Posedla Joyseat 3.0 then, what are my impressions? Well, we did a fairly good distance on it in very mixed conditions, as you can imagine. I need to do a lot more road testing on some really long epic rides. This will be fitted to this bike next and going out onto my holidays for doing like 1,000 kilometre a week on it, and then I'll really know. All I can say right now is it isn't uncomfortable, and that's the problem with testing things in terms of comfort, because the human body doesn't really recognise comfort. It just recognises when it is uncomfortable. So compared to the saddle that I am used to riding, which I don't really have any problems with, the Pro Logo Dimension, when I got on it, the first thing I thought was, I'm not sure I like this because it is narrower than I'm used to. This is 143 millimeters, a traditional sort of pear-shaped design. This is going to like 130 something millimeters with a T-shaped design. That was what I first just felt. And after about 25k or something, I just got into it. I didn't really notice after that. It was a saddle, and it was perfectly fine. The standout thing, weirdly, is that it does not absorb water at all. So it's not like these when they get slippery when it's wet and a little bit uncomfortable. This thing is like a drain. Even when that water was coming down and I had my saddle propped up against the cafe window and there was snow on it, or hosing it down straight after my ride, water just drains out of it. It is always a nice dry saddle. So I'm really impressed because quite a lot of 3D printed saddles tend to hold onto water like a sponge. This didn't do that. I don't know where it all goes. There's not very many drain holes, but it's just dry as anything. Incredible. Now, the base model for this is at £300, £299, and that comes with stainless steel rails, which is better than most sort of entry level. You normally get a steel rail, not a stainless steel, or you might go to a titanium rail. But at that price point, you're normally expecting to get carbon rails. What you're really paying for is obviously the custom 3D printedness of it. There is probably what I think is going to be their best-selling saddle, the Pro, which is at £400 for the carbon rails. And then there's an Ultimate, which is what this is, which is tiny little weight loss for another £70. I can imagine a few people going for that just because it matches that whole glossy, striated look that you might find on Campagnolo wheels, for instance. It just looks really smart. Now, when you do it, you can specify what colours you want, what custom branding you want on it, and all sorts. So I think what I like about this most is it takes away some of the trial and error. And even though we have saddle pressure mapping tools and everything else, and you can buy saddles like this with 60-day money-back guarantees and all sorts, which 60 days is never really enough time, really. I still think having something like this, which is custom made with a guarantee, takes out a lot of the risk. You could end up buying 2 or 3 saddles before you get the right one. This way, I think you can invest in your saddle from day one. Yes, it's more expensive, but there's going to be less mistakes. There's less need to buy another one if it doesn't work out for you. It's probably how I would justify it if I was really investing it in a new bike and I had saddle soreness issues. Would just be it's a one and done. It's a job done. I've had it fitted, had it made. If it's not right, there's a warranty. I can get it redone. But the actual build quality of the saddle is spot on. You probably think how I would approach it. So with that said, how do you get started? Well, One, you can go on their website, you can order one of these, go through that process you just see me do, and get it sent. There's a few bike fitters now, including ourselves, which are going to have these in stock. I think we're going to do this at the start of the bike fitting process. If you're commissioning a custom build with us, for instance, we might send you this in the post while your bike is being, ordered, painted, delivered, etc. And then it'll be sent back to us so that when you come and collect it and get your final confirmation fit all done, your saddle will all be here ready and waiting for you. So I think there's a few bike shops now offering that sort of service. So I think this is a huge glimpse at the future, and I think we'll be seeing, well, we already have, if you remember, we've seen Physique already trying to do something similar, albeit even more expensive. Anyway, over to you guys. What do you think? Is this all smoke and mirrors, or do you think there's a legitimately good product here? I think we're all keen to know what you think. Get those comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about it on a really epic sort of situation. Yeah, look forward to hearing what you've got to say.